Welcome back inside the Simplified Technology Solutions Intermissions Report. Austin Bruins, Aberdeen Wings here on this Saturday night. Before we go any further and get you the recap of everything that happened there in the first 20 minutes of play, let's go ahead and take a listen to an interview that I had earlier this week with Bruins defenseman Therien Thiesing. He's one of the younger guys on the team. He's one of the younger defensemen as well. So I wanted to talk to him a little bit about his upbringing, how he got started in hockey, as well as what he foresees in his future as we go forward through his junior hockey career. Take a listen. Therien, thanks for taking the time here tonight and jumping on here and doing this interview for us and getting the opportunity to talk to Austin fans. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
I want to talk to you a little bit. I want to begin things with your younger years, growing up. How did you get started in hockey? Obviously, hockey's big in your family. Your brother has played in the NAHL. He's in the USHL as we speak. So how did you guys get started? Was it something that was passed down from your parents, or what really kicked off the love for hockey in your family?
Yeah, my dad played hockey growing up. He's from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then he moved down to Tennessee for his job. And then we just started playing. We were young, around 4. I think I learned how to skate, same with my brother. And then from there, we just took off.
It's a different area down there in Tennessee. It's not exactly a hockey hotbed. Was that kind of challenging to find teams and to find places to play and to find competition?
It was a little challenging at first, but it's picked up a lot more. And there's the junior Preds team down there has gotten a lot better. They're pretty good now. But yeah, it was good. I mean, yeah.
You grew up outside of Nashville. You were in Franklin, Tennessee, right? That's one of the burbs of Nashville. Okay. Right. So, I mean, the Predators came into the league in 1998. So you came around just shortly after that. So have you been a Predators fan your entire life?
I have. Yes.
Some tough. That's a tough team. There's been some tough breaks in their career, their lifespan, I guess you could say, of that team. They've been through some tough breaks, but yeah. You're getting started here now in your junior hockey career. How are you adjusting to the speed of the game? How are you settling in here now that, it's about 20 games through the season here? How's everything settling in for you?
At first it was tough, but I feel I've gotten used to the speed and being able to make plays that fast and the whole shabam. And yeah, but it was definitely tough at first. I will say that.
Is this the first time that you're away from home and just kind of on your own?
No. So I've been building and living in Chicago for the past 4 years since 8th grade.
Oh, wow. Okay. So what made you go to Chicago? What were you over there for?
I just tried out for the mission team there and made it, and then moved out there because my brother the year before had moved out there and played for Team Illinois. So then we kind of moved up there the next year, and we've been there ever since until he left for the Chippewa.
Did you guys live together for that whole time? I mean, so really, 2 years ago was the first time that he left and you were on your own?
Well, he left when I was in 7th grade, and then I went up the next year, but we lived in separate billet houses, but we were always close. Like I could go hang out with him or
gotcha.
Do whatever. But
this is
the
first time. I was going to say, this is like the first time going somewhere new and not having anyone that you quote unquote know, right? I mean, like your brother's not there. It's not teammates that you already know or anything like that. So who in the locker room have you really been who's part of your group? Who have you been hanging out with? Is it another defenseman and you're trying to pick up little details or things, or is it kind of everybody? Who's in your group in the locker room?
I definitely try to pick up things from everybody on the team, just little things that'll help me improve my game. But I've been hanging out with probably Catalano and Oakland and Poolman and Rojo. It's a big group. Everybody kind of rotates in and out, but yeah, the boys are awesome.
If there's one thing that almost everybody has said that I've talked to about the team, everybody says that the locker room, there's no cliques. There's no real, there's people that you're closer to than others, but it's just a real good camaraderie amongst everyone else. How are you adjusting to the town of Austin? When you talk about Chicago, when you talk about Nashville, Those are two major United States cities. And here you are in Austin, Minnesota, of a population of about 25,000. Walmart's not even open 24 hours a day here in town. How are you getting adjusted to that lifestyle?
It's definitely different. It's a lot smaller of a town that I'm used to, but I like it so far. It's freezing, but definitely a lot different than back home. But yeah, it's been a good experience so far.
Well, I see you walking around with that parka. I mean, you have that white parka. It looks like, I swear, that you're going down to Antarctica for a couple months or something. It's just giant hood with the fur on the front. And it's just, you look like you're ready to weather an ice storm. And honestly, it is that cold out. So you got to deal with it. I want to go into one question. It's a little bit of a difficult question. You're one of the guys, you're not an everyday player. You're young. You're still trying to get your feet wet. But one thing that I've noticed about you on the ice is no matter when your number is called, when you're going to be in that game, you are always look like you are ready to go. How difficult is that to turn on the jets on demand like that and just be ready to go? What do you do to prepare? And when you find out, all right, you're on the roster tonight, you're playing, do you do things differently than nights when you're scratched?
I honestly think it starts in practice. If you work hard in practice, it's going to translate into games. Coach tells us that all the time, but no, I don't think I really do anything different whether I'm scratched or not. Well, if I'm scratched, I'm watching the game, but I try to analyze the game when I'm scratched. But it's definitely difficult to stay consistent throughout the year, and I'm happy with the way I've been playing. Considering we saw you out there last night. Good game last night from you. Bruins finally getting that victory over the Minnesota Wilderness. And as we go forward through the weekend, it's going to be another tough test here. So what are some of your personal goals? You're just beginning your junior career. You got a long way to go here before you finish that up in 3 or 4 years. So what are some of your personal goals that you're hoping to accomplish here at the junior level? That's tough. I'd say, well, I just want the team to win. That's all I care about. I want to see the boys having fun, and I want to have fun. I mean, yeah, I'd say though, I just want to develop, get better, get used to the league, and have a good year. Yeah.
That's perfect. Well, Therien, thanks so much for taking the time to come on, and we'll have you on again later this year because it sounds like I'm going to probably end up rolling through the roster 2 or 3 times. So hopefully the next time we talk to you, maybe we'll have your first NAHL goal under your belt, or we'll have some other milestone that we can talk to, and maybe we'll be talking to a different Therien at that point. But so far, so good out of you, and we're really excited to have you here. Looking forward to big things here coming up.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks for the time, Therien. That was Bruins defenseman Therien Thiesing, as we talked earlier this week. Stay tuned. We got the Simplified Technology Solutions Intermissions Report coming up. We're going to go ahead and touch base with the NAHL out-of-town scoreboard and plenty more. This is Austin Bruins Hockey on Power 96 and Hockey TV. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
No problem.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Peace out.